What's up, AfterBuzzers? We've got London, Detroit, and $1 million coming up next.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? I'm your host, Tiffany Tony, and this, unfortunately and fortunately, was the last episode of this season of Amazing Race, season 31. You guys, I still cannot believe there have been 31 seasons of this show, but there have been, which says a lot about the show and a lot about the content. I just want to jump right into this. Oh my goodness, I have to say that during this season, my emotions were all over the place, okay? I don't know how you guys felt about it, but I sincerely felt that this could have been anyone's game at any time. So I just want to start with a little bit of a recap. I mean, these teams traveled all over the world, Europe, China, Thailand, London, and ended in Detroit, strangely enough. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this. I want to start by talking about these teams a little bit individually, and I actually want to, about halfway through, I'll talk to you guys in the live chat because you guys are really important and your input is really important and really makes this show. So let's start with Leo and Jamal. You guys, throughout this season, they put me through so much emotionally. I have to say, at one point, I thought they were going to win the whole way through, and then they went through a slump of 3 or 4 episodes where they were just barely making it through, cutting it close every time. I'd like to know what you guys think about Leo and Jamal and how you enjoyed watching them or how you did not enjoy watching them. I know there's a lot of people out there who either love Leo and Jamal, the Afghanimals, or hate them. So I would definitely like to hear your feedback on that. When they somehow climbed out of the hole, okay? So for the last 3 or 4 episodes, they were cutting it close to being in the bottom, and this last episode, they actually did really well. I enjoyed watching them do the puzzle. They had to decode something, which I am absolutely terrible at, and that I'm more afraid of decoding puzzles than I am of skydiving, okay? So I got anxiety when I knew that was what they had to do. Good thing is that they love puzzles, and they are very good at puzzles. So all of these challenges that required a lot of memory and putting together pieces and decoding, they did a great job at. And that taxi ride in London, though, where they had to remember all of the street names and courts and avenues and in a language that has a slight accent in a foreign land, for me, that was a little overwhelming as well. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Now let's go straight into Victor and Nicole. Victor and Nicole somehow made frenemies or enemies or whatever you want to call it, and had no help from the other teams in these last few episodes. They struggled to kind of get on the same page here and even tipped over in their kayak. They started out doing really well. And I just have to say, this is no offense to anybody out there who's a blonde or a brunette or whatever color hair you choose to have. Being blonde and ditzy is cute until you're racing for $1 million. Okay, there were some times when Nicole just could not get it together, and I would definitely I applaud Victor for keeping his cool. I mean, I know he loves her and she's cute and she's adorable and I'm sure she's a really nice person, but there were some times when I was like, come on, Nicole, like, seriously? But hey, again, I've never been in a situation where I'm running across the country from country to country with foreign languages in foreign lands racing for $1 million. So I guess I should take it a little easy on Nicole. But again, I'd like to know how you feel about it. Do you think that had Nicole been a little more put together, that her and Victor could have won this competition? Who's to say? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Colin and Christy, they struggled a little bit with that puzzle. Even though Christy had help in the beginning, it was very difficult for her. This is not her strong suit, obviously. They made up for lost time in the water. I found that Christy and Colin always, anytime there was water involved, they always were able to dominate or play catch up depending on the circumstances. So that was interesting to me to watch. I think that Colin he really came up clutch for Christy. And again, he did a complete, not 180, but a complete 360, 375 degrees he turned around. He's a completely different person in this season than he's ever been. And I definitely think that had a lot to do with how well they did in this competition. He was able to keep his cool in ways that he definitely would not have several years ago, the first time they were on this show. So I was really impressed by that. And I think that that was key in how far they made it in this competition. Tyler and Corey were my favorite throughout the entire season. I really enjoyed watching them. They made me laugh. They made me cry. I had so much fun watching them. They definitely didn't make as much noise these last 2 episodes. And, you know, it was kind of hit or miss. Nobody really knew what was going to happen with them. And, I mean, I really wanted to see them win. Really wanted to see them pull it out, but unfortunately for them, that was not the case. Now, let's talk about some of these roadblocks. I want to know which ones you guys thought were the most challenging. The kayaks, no or row, that was one of the detours. Dressing these mannequins I thought was a little strange, and it was talking about keeping secrets. I thought that was a little strange, but hey, I guess, you know, you got to keep it creative and keep us guessing when we're watching these shows, right? Now, as far as these puzzles and memorization challenges, you guys, again, for me, I feel that that would be the most difficult part of this race. And it did pose a challenge for some of the teams along the way because of the fact that you're jet lagged, you're overwhelmed, you're tired, you're hungry, you're eating food in a foreign country. Who knows how that's sitting on your stomach, dear God, you know? So there's a lot to take into consideration when you're watching this show versus being on the show, I'm sure. I want to know, did we see it coming with Victor and Nicole in this episode, in the last couple of episodes, getting eliminated? Did you see it coming? To be honest with you, I am surprised that it didn't happen sooner because I did start to see some breakdowns in communication between the two of them. And so for me, I expected them to be gone a lot sooner than they actually were. I just want to take a second and shout out the live chat. Duplicate says, ooh, perfect timing. I just watched them cross the finish line. Now, I'm sure some of you watching this may or may not know who actually won the Amazing Race. And if you don't know, then I don't know where you've been because it's everywhere. It's all over social media. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. So, but just in case you don't know, I don't want to spoil it for you just yet. Those of you watching and commenting, I can see that you do know who won. Team Fun, I'm not crying, LOL. Don't hate on Team Fun. I really liked Team Fun. I thought they were great, and I will not let anyone say anything negative about them. Not even you, Duplicate, okay? I know we're cool. You come into the live chat every week, but you're on thin ice with that one. So, I think that for the most part, everyone was pretty much good sports in these last few episodes. What do you think? Do you think anyone was faking it? Are they going to go back and be friends after all of this is said and done? Or are there still some grudges? Do you think that Victor and Nicole are still holding a grudge against the Afghanimals for that U-turn way back when? What do you think about it? I would like to know. Before we move on, you guys, I have a gift for you, and it's the same gift that I give you every week. So if you're new here, then this will be a new gift for you, and it is the gift of gratitude. I just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in week after week and supporting us here at AfterBuzz TV. In order for us to keep bringing you this content, we need your support, and what that means is that if you're on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on iTunes, go ahead and click that 5-star rating, and most importantly, make sure that you tell your friends and get them to continue to watch and support so that you guys have something to talk about in your rides, your ride shares when you're going out tonight. That way you can have something to talk about with them, so it's not just you. Okay, so spoiler alert. If you didn't watch, now is the time for you to just like close your ears, cover your eyes for a second. If you did, you know that the winners of the $1 million were Colin and Christy, okay? I have to say that although they were not my favorite team starting out, I did grow to love them as the season went on. And I grew to have a respect for them because watching them however many years ago, was it 6-7 years ago, the first time they were on this show, they were very young, they were very immature, and particularly Colin. He had a lot of anger management issues and was a borderline verbally abusive and crazy. And the person that he has grown to be now is remarkable. And I think it's really just a testament to the fact that anyone can change as long as they put in the work, anyone can grow. And so I felt really inspired by their journey. And I honestly did not expect to feel that way watching them. I'm wondering how you guys felt about this. I mean, they were just so supportive. And, you know, I've always heard the rumor that married couples, after a while when they're together, they start to hate each other and that things actually get worse. And I was traumatized by that rumor. However, this couple has given me hope. Have they given you hope? They definitely gave me hope. And that $1 million was the cherry on top of the sundae, the sundae of hope. It was the Sunday of hope, and this $1 million definitely gave me hope. Now, I want to know what you guys think about them going from London to Detroit. How you gonna go from London to Detroit? I get it. They had to circle back around and be in the U.S., but come on. I just thought it was a strange place to pick. But, you know, I thought that Tyler and Corey were actually going to do a little bit better in this last part of the season because of the fact that they are from Michigan. So I thought, you know, that maybe they would do a little bit better, you know, being that they were close to home. But hey, the cards were not in their favor this time, unfortunately. And although I really, 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 really wanted to see Tyler and Corey win this, I am so happy for Colin and Christy, and I hope that this positivity and this vibe of love and peace and happiness carries over into their lives, and I hope that a lot of people learn from it because, to be honest with you, they really have completely changed, and this season was a lot of fun for me to watch. I would love to know your thoughts and your feedback. Duplicat, thank you so much for coming into this live chat and sharing your opinion. Duplicat says, yes, team fun, they were my favorite. You know, I really enjoyed watching them too. I am going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss all of the people that were in the live chat, and I hope that you will continue to support AfterBuzz and continue to follow me along my journey as an AfterBuzz host. You can follow me on Instagram and all social media platforms at Tiffany, like the jewelry store, _Tony, like the boxer. That's TIFFANY _TONEY. Okay? Hit me up. Feel free to send me a DM. You can subscribe to my channel. You can, you know, hit up us on AfterBuzz. Hit us up. Stay in touch. Follow everything AfterBuzz is doing. And who knows, maybe we'll meet again. Thank you so much for watching. This has been another and the last season 31, the last episode of Amazing Race on AfterBuzz. Thank you for watching.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.